Now let us take a look at the next question. Let me read out the question for you. If two circles intersect at 2 points, prove that their centers lie on the perpendicular bisector of the common chord. Here what do we have? We have two circles, circle 1 and circle 2, right? And the circles, they are intersecting at 2 points, A and B, right? These points are the point of intersection, point B and point A, right? Now what we need to prove is that the centers of both the circles, they will lie on the perpendicular bisector of the common chord. Now I can see that AB is a chord, right? AB, it is a chord for this circle 1, right? Similarly, AB is a chord for this circle 2, right? Now I can prove this by contradiction. Let me assume, I am going to make an assumption. Right? Let us say that the center of circle 1 is O, right? And the center of circle 2 is P, right? The center of circle 1 is O and center of circle 2 is P, right? Then what I am going to say is, let me assume that the line joining the center of the circle, or I can say that the line joining O and M and M and P, they are not forming a straight line. So the assumption that I am going to make is OMP is not a straight line. This is the assumption that I have made. Now what is so special about this point M? OM, it is the perpendicular, this symbol is for perpendicular, right? So OM is perpendicular bisector of AB, right? So in the circle 1 I can see that AB is a chord and OM is its perpendicular bisector. So I can draw a right angle here, right? Similarly in circle 2, AB is a chord and PM is a perpendicular bisector of chord AB, right? In this circle 2, AB is a chord and PM is a perpendicular bisector of AB. So I can again write that this angle should also be equal to 90 degree, right? So what can I say? I can say that angle OMB is equal to 90. Why? Because OM is a perpendicular bisector of AB, right? Similarly, I can say that angle PMB is 90 degree, right? Both the angles, they are equal to 90 degree. Now let me just add both the angles. What I can say is angle OMB plus angle PMB is equal to 90 plus 90, that is equal to 180 degree, right? Now I can see from the figure that angle OMB and angle PMB, they are nothing but they are adjacent angles. Angle OMB and angle PMB, they are adjacent angles and the sum of the angles is equal to 180 degree, right? So I can say from linear pair axiom, I know from lines and angles that if the sum of two adjacent angle is equal to 180 degree, right, then OP should form a straight line. So this concludes from linear pair axiom or the converse of linear pair axiom, right? Because the sum is equal to 180 degree, so OMP should be a straight line, right? So the assumption that we assumed OMP is not a straight line, this is getting contradicted, right? So I can completely say that the perpendicular bisectors MO and MP of the chord AB, they will pass through both the circles 1 and 2's center, that is O and P, right? I assume that OMP is not a straight line, right? These were the perpendicular bisectors OM and PM, right? They were passing through point O and this was passing through point P. Then I proved that the sum of the angles is equal to 180 degree. So this has to be the straight line. So this is a contradiction. So I can say that the perpendicular bisector, they will always and always pass through the centers of both the circles.